There are many professional athletes in the world who manage to overcome their physical limitations and emerge successful against all odds. Some of them had birth defects that resulted in the loss of their limbs. Others, however, sustained life-altering injuries after serious accidents. But these misfortunes didn't stop them from achieving great feats in their sports. Today we'll take a look at top 10 truly amazing and unusual bodybuilders who born without limbs. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notification every day for more amazing content. Nick Santonastasso. The 21-year-old man from Florida has been filmed lifting a 152-pound ton 9 times, despite having only one arm and no legs. Nick Santonastasso was born with Hanhart Syndrome, a genetic disorder which stunts the growth of limbs in babies, often leaving them with undeveloped organs. In high school, Santonastasso decided to amputate part of his shorter arm in order to allow him to use it more physically as a wrestler. He went on to become the varsity wrestler of his school in New Jersey and has since launched a successful career as a bodybuilder and fitness model. Santonastasso swimming, skateboarding, and wrestling have also proven popular with viewers. He has over 530,000 followers on Instagram, where, like most other fitness influencers, he uploads a mixture of selfies, gym routines, and protein recommendations. The key difference being that, unlike any other social media star, he is racking up the likes without the advantage of a full set of limbs. He describes himself as a fitness athlete, model and motivational speaker on the website, the fitness company for which Santonastasso acts as CEO. He's built a truly extraordinary career out of using challenges to inspire people to push through their suffering and live life without limitations, just like he does. Barbie Thomas. Barbie Thomas draws cheers from the crowd as she leaps into the air for a gravity-defying ninja kick, then slides down into an eye-watering leg split. Barbie is a highly respected professional bodybuilder, and the fact she has no arms is irrelevant to her and the audience and judges who rate her as a stellar athlete. She is from Arizona, lost both her arms when she was just 2 years old due to an electric shock. She was playing outside with friends when she climbed up onto a transformer and grabbed the wires. The electric current whipped through her body, starting at her hands and traveling out of her feet. Barbie's arms were sadly burnt to the bone. At first, no one expected little Barbie to survive, but she proved to be a fighter and amazed doctors when she pulled through. Barbie grew up being able to cook, drive, and write, even ever things with her feet. Since 2000, she has been competing against able-bodied women in Arizona. Barbie is also a successful bodybuilder. Everyday sports fanatic, Barbie trains at the gym, doing weights, cardio, and track work before practicing her competition routines. She also gives motivational speeches and is determined to keep bodybuilding to prove she's strong inside and out. Mehran Bahrami. Mehran Bahrami, a 30 years old and in the shape of his life, the Iranian amputee bodybuilder, following a training session at his gym in Tehran. He said, "After the motorcycle accident, I lost my right hand and I went through a very tough time. Others treated me with a sense of pity," Bahrami said. "I heard all of those words, but I didn't listen to them. Instead of wallowing, Bahrami got himself down the gym and worked to get himself into competitive shape. But as it turns out, hard work is sometimes not enough." He said, "We are not allowed to compete in European and American competitions due to visa issues." With his ambition to go stateside and compete in Europe in the hands of others, Bahrami decided to head to Dubai. He was the first time that he stood in front of strangers abroad. He said, "I was extremely worried, but when I realized they have a different perspective towards me and that they looked at me as a strong person, a competitor and a fighter." Bahrami didn't just compete, and he won the title. Bahrami has over 83,400 followers on his Instagram account. Tatsianak Vitsko. Tatsianak Vitsko was born with no legs and only 4 fingers after being exposed to radiation from the Chernobyl nuclear disaster as an unborn baby. Like many children born with deformities in the wake of the 1986 explosion, her parents abandoned her at an orphanage where she learned to walk on her knees. The doctors attributed her physical defects, no legs, just 3 fingers on her left hand and 1 on her right, to radiation exposure. Unable to cope, her parents left her at an orphanage where she was adopted by a loving family aged 4. It was not until she was 13 that Tatiana discovered the family who took her in was the same one who gave her up. Over the next 24 years, Tatiana continued to defy the odds by becoming a competitive runner, CrossFit athlete and bodybuilder with thousands of adoring fans on social media. Tania challenged herself more and took up CrossFit, a full body workout using a combination of cardio, strength and weight training. But exercises such as squats or pull-up require modifications. Despite her down days, Tania wants to show her disability does not hold her back and competed in a bodybuilding competition earlier this year. Edgar John Augustin. After a horrific car accident, 4-year-old Edgar John Augustin family survived the tragic accident, and Edgar lives to share the story of how he built his motivational brand Bionic Body and became a bodybuilder with 2 prosthetic legs. After years of adapting to a new way of life and dealing with bullying in school, Edgar discovered bodybuilding, and ever since he started his weightlifting journey, he became the 2015 European IFBB wheelchair bodybuilding champion, a social media celebrity, and a fitness icon. He also has a popular social media following which he uses to spread his story and motivate numerous people around the world. He has over 405,000 followers on his Instagram account. Edgar inspires people each day who see him succeeding despite a severe handicap, motivating them to push through their own personal obstacles in life. Despite his affinity for the gym, John Augustin had no intentions of becoming a professional bodybuilder. Shortly after, friends and co-workers christened him the Bionic Body, a nickname that has stuck. Edgar's hard work has not gone unnoticed in the fitness and bodybuilding world, and his inspiring dedication will continue to push him to new limits for years to come despite being a bionic man.
Me, do not cross me, I keep dropping all these hits and I know that they watching, they keep showing up in my place, always knocking. Knock knock bitch, I've been standing right here.
Vanessa Calafia. A young woman born without hands and feet has proved even her disability won't stop her from competing in a bodybuilding contest. Vanessa Calafia from Melbourne has shared a glimpse into her growing workout routine as she trains ahead of the IFBB Victorian State Championships. Despite having no limbs, she aspiring bodybuilder astonishingly uses her strength to lift weights in the gym. And with just weeks left to train, Miss Calafia revealed she will be competing in the bikini bodybuilding category. She revealed her new legs could take up to 5 weeks to make, as the competition is just 6 weeks away. But despite this, her determination has proven that anyone can go above and beyond to achieve anything if they set their mind to it. Zach Ruhl. A man who had his legs amputated due to a rare bone condition has gone on to become a fitness trainer who can bench press 420 pounds and do push-ups in his wheelchair. Zach Ruhl from Texas overcame discouragement from sports teachers who were worried he would hurt himself to open up his own CrossFit gym. Zach was born with brittle leg bones and missing his thigh bones, so doctors amputated both over the course of his life. He now offers free classes to other amputees and describes himself as a tough teacher who doesn't accept excuses from anyone. Zach credits his mother Cheryl Corbello with his steely determination to succeed. Zach started playing sports and lifting weights in high school, but his coaches were reluctant to let him join in with the other children. Zach decided to take his knowledge and strength into his own gym where he could teach other amputees how to work out. Zach gained over 149,000 followers on his Instagram account.
They watching, they keep showing up in my place, always knocking. Knock knock bitch, I've been standing right here. Been over 3 years and then you just got here. Man, get me a beer and open up the mirrors. Let me show you now what you've been missing for years.
Crystal Cantu. Crystal Cantu from San Antonio was training for her first ever CrossFit competition when she and her boyfriend were in a car accident that resulted in Crystal having her right arm amputated. Competitive all her life, she couldn't imagine giving up her passion of CrossFit, a notoriously demanding fitness program that combines heavy weightlifting, gymnastics and cardio. Crystal has never been the type of person to sit down and cry about anything. Instead, 3 weeks after the accident, she was back in the gym. She can now lift more with one arm than she ever did with two. It's this determination and will to succeed that make her such an inspiring personality. At the age 25, Crystal has done more than most of us can hope to achieve at 50. Inspirational athletes like her come into the world few and far between. But when they do, they only make us better. Their hard efforts and singular capacity for excellence inspire us to surpass our limitations and become our best. and she has over 50,000 followers on Instagram. Victor Hugo Asaf. We can't always choose the cards life deals us, nor can we change events that happen in our lives that change us forever, but we can choose how we live our lives after. Victor Hugo Castro Asaf is the definition of loving the life you've been given. The 29 years old Victor has had a different life the last 5 years, much different than he'd ever imagined growing up. He went through an event that changed everything around him in an instant. He routinely inspires those around him with his work ethic and continues to make an impact on others' lives. Victor lost his right arm in an accident, but didn't let that stop him or even slow him down as anyone who has Instagram 30,000 followers. He walked into Erdisa CrossFit and has been training ever since, proving himself time and time again, as well as standing as an example to the barriers that can be overcome with hard work, focus, determination and an unwavering drive to succeed. He loved the multiple workouts, exercises and Olympic lifting. He's pouring himself into the workouts to show others there's nothing to fear. Devin Coffin. If you think lifting a barbell is hard work, try doing it with one hand. That's precisely what one woman does every day due to an amputated left arm, and yet she still manages to maintain a strikingly toned physique worthy of bodybuilding competitions. Devin Coffin of Oceanside, California is a congenital amputee, meaning she was born missing a limb, in this case her left arm. Now she uses her hardcore fitness routine and participation in bodybuilding competitions as an outlet to showcase her newfound confidence and incredible physique. For someone with a disability, she says, the sensation of independence that comes with working out can be really liberating. Soon Coffin found herself hooked on the lifestyle and becoming serious about bodybuilding. In the meantime, the bikini competitor, bartender, and fitness guru continues to inspire others, amputees and otherwise, through social media. On Instagram she has amassed more than 20,000 followers and growing. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also don't forget to subscribe to always be in the top 10 videos world.